Hi, everyone, and welcome to Book Club with Bay. I am Bay, and this is Bay. Say hi, Bay.
Hi, Bay.
And this is Other Bay. Say hi.
Hello.
And today we're talking about Assassin Study, which is the first
1.5.
novella.
It's 1.5.
It's 1.5 in the Chronicles of Ixia series. I'm just putting the whole series under one umbrella because I can't be fucked keeping them separate.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this was a short romp in the
Very
woods.
short.
It really was
very
just
short.
a romp in the woods.
Yeah.
That's the best way to describe what happened in this book.
Yeah. Now, main reason I was like, yeah, we should read this is the events of this do get referenced later in the series.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, you can go without read. I Study, you definitely can't go without reading, or you'll be very confused. I can't remember if Power Study is at all relevant to the rest of the series. But I know that the events of this one do get referenced later. So, I mean, we got to chill out with Valak for 5 chapters, I guess.
Yeah.
We got to see inside his head a little bit. Although, again, I'm not going to lie, like, we'll go to ratings first and then.
Okay.
And then I'll say what, yeah. We're trying to do the right order.
So, ratings.
I don't have one.
Yeah.
I'm whelmed.
Yeah, I'm whelmed.
It's whelming.
Yeah, I'm whelmed.
Yeah, because it's
whelming.
it's like, what, 50 pages? Like, it's a really short
it's
little
only 5
romp
chapters.
in the woods.
Yeah.
It's just a happy little book.
Yeah.
Well, actually, not that happy.
I don't think I don't know if I stand or don't stand. It was a little novella.
It's just a little, like, I mean, this was originally published for free on her website, and it's just been, like, it's not really a major thing in the series. It's like, there's not really room for character development or anything like that. It's just like, Valak's going to go on a little mini adventure.
Yeah. It's a side quest for Valak. Yeah. That's what this book is. Except it deals with the main quest, but it's a side quest.
Yes. And one thing that's interesting about it is, and I think, just trying to think. Yeah, no, Yelena's not in this. Like, she's the protagonist of the Study series. And yeah, she gets mentioned, but we don't even get a glimpse of her.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just like, at the end of the book, he's like, yeah, I don't really, like, I want to see her, but not right now.
I'm busy.
And I was like, okay, yeah, all right, that's fine.
And, I mean, one thing, what I was going to say is, like, one thing is I'm trying to, like, look at this from the perspective of never having read the series before. And much like the things that you guys brought up from the last book, where, like, it's like, where the fuck did that relationship come from? Like, there was this one line where it's like, normally he would have just, ignored the woman, but that was before he met her, before Yelena came into his life. And I'm thinking, when did she have time to change her as a person?
Yeah.
But I'm also biased as well, because, like, again, like, I feel like, and this book kind of does start to show the seeds that their relationship is healthier than their age gap would suggest that it is. Because he's like, look, I could go and, like, walk by her side and, like, guard her like all hell, or I could just do the smart thing.
Yeah, I could just do this little thing real quick and then just go back home.
And that's what he does. He's like, look, she can take care of herself. She is an independent woman. And I feel like in a lot of other series, this story, this little side quest would have gone very differently.
Yes. Like, they definitely would have seen each other.
Yes.
And pretty much any other. They would have seen each other and fooled around. Like,
yeah, I mean, and the two of them spent a lot of the time in the series apart. across the whole series. They spend a lot of time apart.
Which is not necessarily a bad
Oh.
thing.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, like, their relationship literally is a literal subplot as opposed to a plot trying to pretend it's a subplot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Their interaction is no more or less important throughout the series as her interactions with other people. Which is, again, I feel like it. I don't know. I don't know if that is also adds to it feeling like a more healthy book romance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, great! And now my son's crying. I'll be back in a second.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I also obviously don't have ratings and never think of them before, but like, just in general, this book was it was just like supplemental information. I don't know.
Yeah,
like, it was fine.
I don't have much to say about it. Like,
Yeah.
as far as ratings go, like, it wasn't long enough to be offensive.
Yeah, there were parts of the writing style I didn't like.
Yeah. So I actually read it instead of listening to it because I was like, it's gonna take me about half as long as the book it's gonna last to download it onto my and everything. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just read it.
Yeah.
And
welcome
to
my
it was fine. You know?
Yeah.
Like, it was fine.
It was a nice, quick little read. I don't think it took me very long at all.
It didn't take me long at all either. Like, it was fine.
I don't think there's no characters we need to talk about because it's just
phallic.
It's just phallic.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that there's not really a lot to discuss about this. I mean, like, again, I Study is a much more in-depth story. And again, with Power Study, I know what it's about. I just can't remember if it's important to the overall series.
Mm-hmm.
That one is an Ari Jenko side quest.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I think Ari Jenko said the whole time, which is an odd place to be.
I'm sure.
But yeah, I just remember that this one at least does get referenced. I'm like, well, we might as well do it.
When I was reading it, I felt like that character, the one, I don't remember, I wrote down her name, but I don't remember what it is right now.
Ziva?
I felt like she was going to become like a person.
I can't remember. I don't think she does. And that's the most annoying thing. I don't think she becomes a person.
Well, her power is so cool that was like,
I know.
She should become a person.
Yeah.
Like,
I was after
so
I finished
useful.
reading this, I was actually sitting here trying to work out if she becomes a person. And I don't think she does.
She wasted a good character then.
Because I'm trying to think as well, because he says at the end as well, like, you know, he's going to have to like get her a new identity and stuff. So I'm just trying to be like, maybe it's not like, doesn't say Ziva.
But it is her. I mean, but if we just see someone shifting bodies, we'll know.
Yeah, I mean, like, it could end up happening. I'm not sure, but I don't think she ends up being a person, which is kind of disappointing. And like, because then I Googled it as well, and yeah, it doesn't look promising, because a lot of those things were like, where the fuck's she at?
Yeah.
But, yeah.
2 seconds, I'm letting the dogs in.
Okay.
But I guess for what little there is plot.
Yeah. Real quick though, I guess we should like at least mention who the characters are, because it's been a second since we.
Oh yeah, we can give a Valak summary.
We can just give a summary.
Valak's an assassin.
Valak.
He's an assassin for Ixia.
Yeah.
Yes, he is the head of security for Ixia. He is the commander's assassin. He is 33?
Yeah, something like that, and he's our love interest.
and he's our love interest, and that's about all that we have at this point.
Yeah, that's
like we get more backstory for him, like as series goes on, but he's our assassin.
He's immune to magic, like the effects.
Yes, he's immune to magic.
There you go. That's it. That's all we got.
Yep. Yelena, even though she's not in this, she is on her way down to Cydia to meet her fan band.
Yep.
She was kidnapped when she was a little kid. And the commander has issued a death warrant for one of her, for her, but it has not been delivered to anyone yet. And he's just like, oh no, Valak, it looks like at some point you are going to have to find someone to give this to. But rats, she's going to Cydia and it's not Valak there.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Exactly.
What a shame.
Darn, wink, 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 go faster. Like.
Yeah. And that kind of sets off the events of this, like, honestly, I didn't know that this was a thing. Until like years after I'd read the original trilogy for the first time. And then I saw other study books and I was like, oh, and then I saw that the Glass series was part of it, and then I saw all the side things. So the events of this don't get referenced until the second study series. So like I didn't miss it.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if I would have missed it. Because it's not. I feel like the references, it's still not overly important, but you might just be like, "What the fuck are they talking? When did this happen?" But then I feel like you probably get over it.
Yeah.
But yeah, why get confused when we could have just spent 20 minutes reading the book?
Yeah, exactly.
A short story. So here we are. But yeah, so this book, story. It feels weird calling it a book. It's not a book.
Yeah.
It's a short story.
Yeah.
It starts off where Poison Study left off. Like Valak's just gotten back from having some special cuddles with Yelena on her journey south. He's just gotten back. And he's like, oh dear, now I have to do all of the paperwork. And then the commander's like, Valak, why didn't you tell me that you found an assassin? And he's like, excuse fucking you.
You think I'm going to find someone to assassinate my girlfriend? No.
No. So, Valak freaks the fuck out. And one thing that I did actually like is, because again, I'd read the original study series before I even knew this existed. And he takes a horse named Onyx with him, and I was happy because Onyx ends up being his horse, like throughout the thing. And I was like, oh, this is where he gets Onyx. And it's like, I mean,
it's just a cute little detail.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. And then
which is nice.
Journey. Yeah. Yeah, there's a few things in this that it's just like, oh, that happened. And it sets up as well that Valak has spies and little spy houses all through Cydia, which I'll be surprised. I don't feel like we'd be surprised.
No. If his job is literally head of security, no. That's the smart thing to do. Like.
Yeah, so he works out that the assassin was posing as a soldier and has yeeted. So he's like, well, I'm going. Obviously, he's following us out. So he goes to the border and he's like, let this person through. And they're like, okay. So he follows him down into Cydia, and then he gets ambushed, and then he gets locked up, and then a lady rescues him, and she's like, you have to help me get my baby. And he's like, okay. And then they become buddies.
Yeah.
And we're over halfway through the book now.
Yeah, we're already on chapter 4 of 5.
Like, there's really not much to it. And the Sandseed dude that pops up in this, did we see what his name is? Did he give a name?
I didn't write down if he did.
I didn't either.
Let me have a look. Because I'm just curious to see if it's someone in particular. Because we do get to have some Sandseed friends throughout the series. I don't think he gives a name. That's sad. I feel like though it is the Sandseed that I would hope it would be.
We can just make that headcanon. That's fine.
Yes, it's headcanon
Yeah.
for me. I'm not going to tell you his name because you'll find out next book.
Okay.
But yes, so they cut through the Avivian plains, and we do get a little bit of magic lore in this. Yes, the plains, and if you look at a map, one of the maps, the Avivian plains is like a huge thing in Cydia. And it would be really handy to be able to cut through it and cut days off of travel time. Except the Sandseed's like, no, this is our lands, and they've spelled the whole place, so people just get lost and confused in there. But Valak, being immune to magic, he's just like, fuck you, and he just like strolls
I'm just gonna go.
Yeah.
And yeah, we briefly meet a Sandseed, and he's like, excuse you, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm on a quest. And he's like, don't care. And the chick that he's with is like, but as far as Zoltana, and he's like, fine, go help with Zoltana. And this isn't really spoilery. The Zoltanas and the Sandseeds are related, so the Zoltanas are allowed to go through the plains. And yeah, so he's like, okay, go help out our little cousin then. And he's like, thank you. And then they ambush the assassin dude, and turns out it's a former colleague of Valak's. And the chick that he's with disguises herself as Valak, and that lets Valak get the drop on him. And then he's like, no, you shall not hurt my love. And then he's like, pfft. And then he goes to get the baby back, and then it ends.
She's like, do you not want to see your woman? And he's like, no, I got a baby to go find. Let's go.
Honestly, the way that last line is read in the audiobook, because the last line is, no, I have a promise to keep, but like, let me find it.
Harlequin Audio is proud to
Oh, shut up, Gabra. I want the end.
with local. I figured time. Text copyright program. We hope you have it sticky. You would see her again. Of that, Valak was certain. He grinned. Now, I have a promise to keep.
End book. and then that's how it ends. Yeah. So I will say I feel like this is our quickest run through yet.
Yeah. Because I don't think we even got started for 13 minutes. So I think that we spent 6 minutes talking. Wow.
Yeah.
There's not a lot to say on this. Like, I mean, like the plot's like, you know, I must stop the assassin. So he stops the assassin,
Yeah.
and then it ends. It's not long enough to have really anything else going on.
Yeah. I wish Xena was going to become a person, though, because that morphing into other people is such a useful thing, and that would be so fun.
But one thing I love about it is she's not that strong. Like, she can do something really cool, but she doesn't have a lot of power.
Yeah.
So it could be quite amusing. Like, she's trying to help out, and then she just
Exactly.
stops. stuff.
It's a really fun, but not overpowered thing that she could have.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's assassin study.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like this is just literally like 20 minutes of listening to me between for book 1 and 2. That's all this book is really to me. I'm not emotionally attached to this one like I am the series in general.
Yeah. So we're doing the next full book next.
At some point.
Yeah. Is that all we have to say? Like, are we done?
What else are we gonna say?
I just want to make sure.
What was the writing style stuff that you didn't like?
I don't think I could pinpoint it right now, but like there was just like some sentences that just felt awkward to me. Not in like the placement or anything. It was just how it was written just felt weird. It might have been because it was in Valak's third person perspective. That might be why I was like, it's weird.
It could be.
That might be why I felt like, because the writing style in first person is fine for the most part for me. But I think just reading her writing style in third person might have been just what got me feeling like, oh, okay.
Okay.
That
well,
could be it, yeah.
Okay. Usually we have so much more to say. Like,
usually
I guess
it's
it's because like it wasn't offensive enough.
Yeah.
For us to like go on a rant. And I guess like there's nothing to like latch onto. So like we don't have anything to like rave about. So we're just like, I'm whelmed. Here's 20 minutes of us going, yeah. Like
here's what happened and that's it.
Yeah, and that's it. Honestly, we probably could have checked this in with the next book. Like
yeah.
Well, but like
fuck it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I do think like power study, we might want to have a think about doing that, but ice study, I do think should be its own thing. It's longer, but also it has
very relevant.
It has very lasting impact.
We'll just do them all like separately.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah,
we'll just chuck in a couple of really short ones then.
Yeah. Every now and then you'll just see a 20-minute stream and it'll be like, what happened? And you'll know.
Yeah. But anyway, I guess that's it. And we will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.